Hey. Oh, get down.
Vospiros.
Casey Kendall.
Oh my gosh.
Bros. Back again.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes. Like
Been what?
a year?
No.
It's been since before open enrollment, so a couple
October?
months. Yeah. Oh fuck. Sorry. Like 4 months. Yes.
New year.
New year.
New opportunities.
Yes.
Well,
New Insurance Bros Part 2.
let's bring people kind of up to speed. So introduce yourself.
Voss Spiros, Arizona Medicare Insurance Solutions, Spiros Financial Group, and my wife, Red Mountain Funeral Home. So, got a few things, few irons in the fire. Senior Healthcare Solutions, AZ.
Nice.
Yes, we actually have the live going in the back for that. Yeah, so, Medicare and funeral.
My mic doesn't have a
Is it not on?
dot.
Yes. Got it?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, okay, we're good. All right. Still figuring out technical bugs.
Yeah, well, it's been 4 months.
Wow. Yeah, so Medicare and funeral-based insurance pre-arrangements, pre-need funeral arrangements. It's an insurance-based product, but so life and health, yeah, is this side of the room, and I know you're life and health as well, but mainly
No, yeah.
introduce yourself.
Well, so my name is Casey Kendall. I am owner and operator of Prosperity North Advisors in Gilbert, Arizona. We specialize in commercial business insurance. I am licensed in life and health, but I don't pursue it.
That's okay.
I stay in my lane.
I stay in my lane.
My lane is business insurance, and that's in the assisted living world. We do really well, and I'd love to talk about that.
Yeah.
But we're also covering contractors, service-based contractors, anybody with fleets, work comp. I'm not going to put this out into the world, but if you've got a work comp issue, I've got a solution for you.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a big holdup for a lot of people. I think I do have a program that will be launching for assisted living here.
Yeah.
That's dedicated to specific private care, and even if they're on Access and United Healthcare, specific program needs for general and professional liability.
Wow.
And the biggest aspect of that right now is the abuse portion of that.
Yeah.
And so we have to make sure that the house is in compliance in this new program that we're launching. Everything is in compliance for that. We handle all the paperwork. We've got some great partners for people that are helping with the paperwork program, because it's a government program, and
Right.
it that paperwork is just a bear. So I've identified 2 partners that are working with their clients in that, and that's come on really strong.
That's good.
As well.
And yeah, you've been working on securing a contract of this nature for a while.
Yeah.
Because of, the assisted living, there's not much to go on for a liability after the fall a few years ago.
Well, so yeah, what we've seen in the assisted living world is it went from, there might be like 5 or 6 carriers that will say, yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
But really only like 3 of them wanted to.
Right, yeah.
And then like out of those, 1 might have a decent price. And I looked at that and I thought, there's got to be a better way for this.
Yeah.
And so it's really, it's now focused on that specific program, meeting compliance for Access, Altix, United Healthcare, and basically any plan that comes through.
So you built a specific plan.
We built a specific plan.
Or Arizona assisted living.
Yes.
Assisted living.
Yes.
Yeah.
For assisted living, specifically here in Arizona. Now, that doesn't mean we're licensed in multiple states,
Right.
so we can help.
Do it everywhere, but
Yeah. So I just got licensed in Florida. Oh my gosh.
That's a big one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have to fly to Florida just to get fingerprints. That's a total difference.
Right. Yeah.
But Florida, Texas, Vermont, randomly, Michigan, Tennessee, Washington. So we run the gamut. If anyone knows anybody there,
I've been adding states left and right, and I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the management process too.
Yeah.
So, new insurance bros. I'd say we're kicking off season 2.
Season 2.
Our goal is to definitely be consistent. We've switched it up to Friday mornings. I like that Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Close out the week. Review what.
Have a good weekend.
What we've done. Yeah. Have a good weekend. Let this soak over the weekend so people can take it in. Speak.
Yeah. Chance to listen.
What are your New Year's resolutions? What are you working on to be better?
I sat through an agency conference for it was a 2-day, but I only cut a day because we had our CEU conference the next day. So
I want to talk about that as well. Yeah.
So I was sitting through this conference, and something that kind of resonated with me is the guy's like, if you're working on a project and you're doing like an hour a day and just spreading it out, and you're kind of just willy-nilly doing it, and you want to get it done, but you're really not putting a ton of effort into it, and just kind of procrastinating. He's like, the best thing to do is just to carve out a day, 24 hours or whatever you need, and focus on that project only, and just hammer it out, get it done. Shut up your phone, just carve out the time and do it, and just block it off in your calendar. And then, so honestly, I've taken that to heart, and I've been just focusing on, one day doing a whole project. So redid, the senior healthcare website to what I wanted it to be on the, the membership on sign-ups and in some of the back office benefits.
Yeah.
Hammered out a few campaigns that I've been working on, slowly. So now I made a big list. It sits next to my desk on the whiteboard of the projects that I want to knock out, and it's amazing. I'm just crossing things off.
Wow.
So yeah,
sounds like a lot of time management stuff.
It is, yes. A lot of stuff rolls over to my assistant during that time,
sure.
but that's fine. I'm also looking for another assistant if you know anybody.
Well, me too.
Yeah, right. Well, what about you? What's changed? What are you focusing on this year? What was your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, so my main focus is really, 'cause I feel like we're running and gunning very, very quickly, and I take pride in being able to service my clients in a timely manner, but something had to give in that sense. So there was a few different approaches that I took, and my wife sent me a video of a guy, and he was talking about what are the 3 most important task items that you would have to complete for your job. And there's not really 3 things that I do.
Yeah.
So it was more a point of like an attitude and approach, and how can I make that message mine. And the biggest takeaway that I got from that is me as a representative of my company and as a representative of the needs of the client, that they have some responsibility in it too. And with that approach, let's say last year, let's say even 2 weeks ago,
right?
If I needed something, I need a signature, I need an updated billing, or there's a billing issue and I need something from either the carrier or from the client, then it really became, for me, I would internalize that. And that became a task for me. And it was on my to-do list. And I'm not done until this is done, even though I'm waiting on someone else.
Right.
And I kind of looked at that as one of my top 3 things of this isn't mine. This is my responsibility, but I can't internalize that by waiting on someone else. So I move it along. Previously, I would move it along and say,
you'd wait for them.
And it would paralyze me.
Right.
It'd become a to-do item on my task list. I'd follow up. But really now the approach is here's something that I need from you, and then it goes away. And when you complete that, then it comes back to me, and now I own that.
Right.
Where before I owned the entire process, and it would really drag me down.
Right. And you're waiting for other people to do their... Be like, you know what? This is yours. You do it. Let me know when you're done.
So when it comes down to like...
Move on to the next.
Yeah, when it comes down to... I mean, the number one issue you're always going to have in insurance is billing.
Right.
That's what it is. And an insurance carrier isn't the easiest to work with in the billing. People don't care. They're sometimes they're offshore. You know, so that takes a lot of time. And I'm absolutely willing to take that time to make sure everything gets right. I mean, I'm working with small businesses that are on a budget.
So I have a question on that billing. Yeah. When we were talking the other day, you mentioned that sometimes you write a policy for a business and the carrier wants the money up front, but the client can only pay monthly. So then you kind of put your name on the line and you front the money for that in hopes that and then they pay you. And if somebody drops the plan, you know, that's not good. That's not right. First off, I mean, you made a deal, but
sure.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about specifically like the assisted living world and when it comes to billing.
Yeah.
So in the assisted living world, we're still kind of in the Wild West.
We are, Arizona.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's not a whole bunch of, I don't know, let's call it, you don't have a whole lot of options. So that was one of the reasons that I created this program working specifically with this group to where we can now customize this plan directly for them. So it just fits into their business, fits into their budget. When it comes to the billing aspect of it, typically you're either going to put somewhere around 20 to 25% down. Now, in a commercial insurance policy, the minimums are usually around, you have to hit at least 25%. So beyond fees and commissions, which are paid out directly from the insurance carrier, not from the client or the policy holder.
Right.
So when we write an assisted living policy, I'm actually taking that very similar to how like a car note would work.
Right.
Except it's over just the course of a year. So you're going to put 25% down, and then you're going to make 10 equal monthly payments.
Right.
In the meantime, me as the representative, not only for that insurance company doesn't offer direct financing. So I have relationships with what are called premium finance companies, where I put the guarantee that policy holder is going to make that payment. So if they don't, I'm on the hook for that. So that can be a little bit rough. I would say 99% of the time, there's no issues. We have great clients. I can always kind of tell when we're going to have a billing issue. You can always tell up front. There's a few key things, and we can get into those if you want, but I don't think we have to.
No.
But when it comes to that, yes, I do take on that risk of the financing. But it is a very aggressive pricing.
Yeah.
I think kind of a good segue into the release of this new program is what we've negotiated with this private carrier and this group is basically you're going to pay $1,000 a bed per bed for the year. So if you've got a 5-bedroom house or a 5-bed assisted living, $5,000, you're going to be in compliance with United Healthcare, Access, all of these. 20% down on that, roughly, what's 20% of 5,000? 25%. $1,200 down with those monthly payments. So very, very simple program. Again, you have a 6-bed, it's going to be $6,000. 7, 8. One of the things that will finalize is if you have like a 10-bedroom house. And it's kind of like going to McDonald's and ordering the number 1 instead of the hamburger, fries, and a Coke.
Right.
So if you've got a multiple house situation, if you've got 10 or more beds, then yes, we're going to be able to extend a little bit of a discount to that because that's
nice.
Larger opportunity.
Larger opportunity. Yeah.
But you can typically budget, whether you're a new house or an existing house, about $1,000 a bed a year.
Well, $1,000 a year is what, 80.
I mean, you're going to make that. You're
$83
going to make that in the first 15 days.
Right. I mean, $80 a month
in a bed
per bed. That's really inexpensive. Considering what you get in the back end, the coverage you get, and if you actually need to use the policy.
Well, so that's what it is, and I think that's where insurance becomes
it's pennies
beast
on the
of
dollar.
burden versus value.
Yeah.
So insurance is an exchange of a large amount of money for a larger amount of money.
Right.
Now, insurance companies aren't in the business of paying claims.
No,
they are for-profit organizations.
Right, absolutely.
So, and each claim is different. And if you have a claim, we're dedicated to working through that claim to make sure that it comes out best for you. But
if you have a claim, you don't want to lose your whole business because of it. That's what the insurance is for.
Exactly.
For coverage.
Exactly.
To keep your livelihood going.
Right.
God forbid something bad happens.
And that's where you get from that beast of burden to value.
Right. So if you see the value in what you're doing, like disability insurance, if you're working and you can't work anymore and you have disability insurance, that replaces your income.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad for a lot of people, but for the medical field, they love disability insurance.
Well, think about it this way. It's if you are seeking a contract for United Healthcare, Altix, Access, any of those programs out there, they're going to have certain requirements that you're going to need to hit on the insurance level. That is basically your golden ticket in, because then that's when you're going to have that guaranteed money coming in. So you're going to have to put some up front, but you know that you're within compliance. You know that you're doing all of those things right, because then it will just become fill in the house.
Right.
And once you have those contracts in, fill in the house,
you're good.
Is what you're there for, and taking care of those patients.
There you go. Nice.
So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that program.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very, very good for that. We can I talk about referrals?
Yeah, let's talk about referrals.
Oh my gosh. So what we're willing to do now is if someone is please.
If you're a member of the Senior Healthcare Solutions group, now we have our public-facing website, shcsaz.com. Just updated all the packages, the membership levels of that, what you get for the different levels. So we're adding that in as one of the levels that you would have an opportunity to access this type of insurance.
Yeah.
Through Casey and his contract. So it's a specific contract that he wrote with a carrier for a specific area, and it has to be, kind of nailed down. So yeah, so we have that. We're adding that in,
and we're going to offer that exclusively to Senior Healthcare
Solutions, and then a referral.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about that. So if somebody is on the insurance and they bring in their friend, you're talking about that kind of referral.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we've got a current client who sends me a referral, boom, I'm going to give you a finder's fee for that. If you're an insurance agent, you're going to get a finder's fee for that. Heck, if you are not affiliated with the business at all, but you pass us an assisted living lead, referral for that.
There you go.
So there's we're wheeling and dealing out there, and we want to grow this business. We want to. Here's my goal. I want to dominate the insurance space for assisted living in Arizona, and I have a plan and a foundation set up for that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We should be dominating this, but with Senior Healthcare Solutions, we help out a lot of assisted livings and providers with whatever we can provide. My goal in life is just to help people out as best I can with what I can, if I have the availability. And I put a lot aside so I can help people and connect people and help people grow and figure this out. And this is just a huge benefit that you're bringing to the table, that you came in, a few years ago in assisted living. We met, and you've been trying to just get your name in, and you went out to an insurance carrier and built a product specific for assisted livings in Arizona so they could have better rates and better coverage. I mean, that's initiative right there. So,
Thank you.
So, when we're just here to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that when it comes down to it, every business at some point could touch assisted living. I mean, they're
contractors,
pest control, any service-based business, plumbers. Oh my gosh. It's if you had a maintenance business and once a month they come in and they change all your filters, I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
My wife wants me to get on a ladder every month to change the filters. But if someone said, hey, we'll do this for free and we'll stock all your TP.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a huge opportunity to really build not only the foundational network that you and your team has done, but to expand this and build a community of not only friendship, but helping everybody else out. Business, right. There's a lot of
helping people
money to be made out there, and it elevates us all.
Yeah,
it elevates us all to the point to where
we all come together and work as a community.
And it's such just an amazing opportunity. I think assisted living at some points gets a bad rap. Behavioral health gets a bad rap, and there have been those issues, but with I think with what you and I think of this, and with a lot of our partners, not only in the insurance world, but in the partners that we serve, like with the conference, and I want to talk about the conference next.
Yeah.
Like, this is the opportunity to just elevate this to the next level, and I think we're well on our way.
Yeah. We're doing pretty good with the conference.
So let's switch gears. So
this is our second conference.
And it was beginning of February. It's like February 3rd or 4th.
February 4th, yeah.
Okay.
So we do we're doing a quarterly CU conference for assisted living homes and managers. Mm-hmm. We had a great turnout this past time. We had about 240 people sign up. About 200 people showed up for the conference. We had about 30 vendors.
Yeah.
A lot of support for this. CEUs is a big part, and this year, and things changed with that, so you have to do them monthly now. So we're just trying to, everyone's getting them out, but we're trying to bring them out. So we did 6 this past month, and then in May we have another conference coming up. So then vendors that work with assisted livings, and then the conference itself.
To me, there is nothing but potential with that group. The food was amazing.
Yes.
The food was great.
Daniela had her sister and her family come in and cook all the food for the conference.
And I think beyond the let's call it the continuing education aspect of it, it also gives you the opportunity to have that peer-to-peer relationship.
Right.
Whether you're talking to a caregiver, it gives you the opportunity to recruit.
Right.
It gives you the opportunity to make comparisons. You know, not that that's what the main goal would be, but the sharing and exchanging of ideas. I've never had an original thought in my entire life, but I've taken other thoughts from other people and made it my own. So if there's somebody over there doing something and I hear about that, and then I can take that idea and make it my own for my situation.
Right. And
I think that that's an important aspect of that networking within the conference and the information that was being shared. I mean, there was I believe there was even a state representative there giving updates.
DHS there.
Yeah.
Giving updates on assisted living and different aspects in that area.
One of my goals for that conference is to be able to lead a session that would count for CEUs.
Yeah.
But providing enough information to where someone understands whether they're new, existing, potentially getting involved, or a longtime veteran of assisted living, how the insurance actually works for it.
Right.
And what it should look like for them and their business. So here's what it is, here's how you would apply it, and here's what it means to your business, either in a claims situation, the renewal, those types of things. So that's actually one of my goals with the group. And
create it. We'll see what we can do on that one. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That I'll take that. But yeah, no, the conference was great. I had my booth set up there.
A lot of, it's a big networking aspect. We do the monthly happy hour that kind of leads up to the conference every quarter now. It's free to attend. And it's a great aspect for everybody just to get together on a bigger all-day scale. Mm-hmm. Breakfast, lunch.
Centrally located.
Yeah. Bethany home in the 51.
Yeah.
The Greek Orthodox Church.
Yeah.
So, and then, just meeting people and seeing what they need and learning what's going on in the community and just working together and helping each other out. Yeah.
I think that the potential for not only growth of that group, but the value that is being delivered is priceless.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're at 5,100 members now.
Wow.
I know, right? I saw that the other day. I was like, that's crazy. But we keep growing and just invite your senior healthcare friends and colleagues in so we can all just work together and build, for the greater good. And
it sounds like during open enrollment, we both were very busy.
Yes.
Not only with conferences and the continuing education aspect of it, but you with growing your business and helping launch the conference, but me with the new program that's coming out.
Yeah. The last few months have been busy, kind of building up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I know that I'm ready to hit 2025 really, really hard.
We're hitting this running. We're really focused on recruiting new agents and inside agents to help out and field agents to be out in the field and offering liability insurance, Medicare, life insurance, funeral insurance. So really just kind of helping people out in different aspects. So we are ramping up. We're about 25 agents now, but
wow,
right. Brought on a lot of people last year. And some people are still training, and some people are part time, and then we have a handful that are full time. So there's different stages of coming in as an agent and working in up to the main goal would be doing it full time and having that financial freedom of residuals coming in to where you don't have to work as hard. You know, you still go out and work, and the more you do it, the more you do it is the more people know that you do it, and the more you put it out there. Like motion creates motion. The more you do, the more you're going to get back. So the longer you're in it consistently, the less you're actually going to have to put yourself out there, because your phone's going to ring and people will know what you do. And if they trust you because you're doing a good job, you're lovable, you're trustworthy, you don't have to work as hard, and you have the residual coming in.
Yeah.
So financial freedom, join the team, become an insurance agent, and learn the basics. And you have life and health P&C and just
all set up. It's ready to go.
All ready to go.
Voss and I have run our faces in enough brick walls that we can hand you a model.
Yes. I got a whole training book ready to go. Just walk in. We'll sit you down and do it.
You got an event coming up next week, right?
Next week, the 20th. Yes. Senior Healthcare Solutions happy hour event at Legacy Mesa. Legacy Retirement in Mesa. So 3 to 5. It'll be nice. The drinks, we'll have some wine there.
Ooh.
Some appetizers.
Fancy.
I know, right?
Ooh, you bring some cheese and...
Yeah, woo. Yeah.
Look at you, fancy.
Yeah. So
Any other big announcements?
You know what? Honestly, on the 19th, and on the third Wednesday of every month, we're having a insurance agents networking get together.
Cool.
At Joyride Tacos in Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
Right. So, if you want to go, you're more than welcome. You're an insurance agent.
Sure.
Yes. If you want to become an insurance agent, come on out. Ask questions about becoming an insurance agent. If you are one, come on out, have some tacos, and just enjoy the break.
Say this: if I can pass the test, anybody can pass the test.
I know, right? You only need 70. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
72, 12 years.
I think I got a 74. Right. So it's not like one or two more questions.
Oh my gosh! I was talking to this guy the other day. He's like, "Oh, what programs do you use for the testing?" I'm like, "Well, there's ExamFX, SuccessE." I go, "But Quizlet is $40 for the year."
Oh yeah,
and you can take all your training right on that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I paid $150 for 3 months.
I used it was called AB Banker. It was like a Ford school or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
And really what I did is I read the material, and then I went through and just redid the tests over and over and over again. Right. Because you start seeing the questions, and we can do a whole different show about how do you pass a test,
right?
For insurance or a financial test.
It's not that hard.
No. My theory was really like, okay, they're giving me 4 opportunities here. 2 of them are stupid. So now it's 50-50. Which one of these makes more sense?
Yeah. It's a lot of common sense when it comes down to it. Some are just ridiculous answers, and then they try to trick you up by saying the same question 4 different times throughout the test. So it's like, well, I answered it right up here, so it's got to be this down here.
Biggest tip: don't go back and change your answer.
Oh no, stick with the first thing. Yeah, definitely stick with that.
Yeah,
and then
Well, that sounds like a different topic for a different show.
Yeah, that would be a whole different thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Voss, thank you very much, man. I'm so glad we're back on this. Yes. If you want to be on Insurance Bros, whether you're a contractor or assisted living, want to share your business?
Yeah, share your business with us. Let us know. And we got another chair we can put in here.
Right here. Right in between us.
Yeah. You can stand here if you want to.
Yeah, we can have up to 2... with you and I and 2 guests.
2 guests.
Yeah. So we should definitely, if you want to be on it, let us know. And my name is Casey, Prosperity North Advisors, Gilbert, Arizona.
Voss Spiros Financial, Arizona Medicare.
Thanks very much, guys.
See you later.